Yeah.
You can adjust the mic stand as long.
Okay. I mean, this is fine, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, good.
And you hear us? Fine?
Yes, absolutely.
No, not too loud, not too low.
No. It's all good.
Perfect. So we are going to hit the intro button, and we are that kind of a podcast that we improvise. We don't have like a... So we just ask you questions and stuff, and you answer what you want. Are there some topics you don't want to discuss, so we know before?
Okay, I'll try to do my best.
Yeah, but is it something you don't want to talk about? Like we used to stay away from politics and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's stay away from
Yeah.
politics.
Right.
Good, very good.
Perfect. Then...
Roll the intro.
Yep, here we go.
So, welcome back to Superhjälteklubben, or the Superhero Club in Swedish. We are back at Comic-Con. Well, we're still at Comic-Con with another international guest. And we want to welcome Phil Noto to the table.
No. Not Phil Noto.
Jim Cheung.
Jesus
been a
Christ,
long
it's been a long day. I know, we had him here before, sorry. Welcome.
Pretty similar.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
Welcome
pass
to the
Phil.
table, Jim Cheung. Sorry
very
so much.
No problem.
Jesus Christ, what a day.
Yeah, he's just got his voice back because didn't have a voice for 2 days now, so he's not usually speaking, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to blame that.
Yeah, do that.
Sorry.
Big welcome to you. Nice to have you here. So, when did you come to Sweden?
I arrived on Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Really?
Have you had time to try something Swedish? Is it the first time?
It's my first time in Sweden, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I had the chance to have the herring.
Oh,
Some herring.
okay.
It's delicious.
Not everybody feels that it's delicious, but if you do, that's perfect.
Loved
It has to be prepared in a certain way. Everybody tries to sue strumming out of a can, and it smells like ass. But
That I haven't had.
no, exactly. But if you get the herring in like a bread or something, it's really, really good.
Yes.
So, when you come to Comic-Con like this, I presume you have been to other Comic-Cons.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Is it different depending what country you're in, or is it pretty much the same?
It's mostly the same, I think, for me, for the most part, because I've been doing this a long time already. And after a while, it's all about the toys and the comics, and wherever you go, it's a lot of stuff being repeated. So so usually I'm just at my table and I see very little of the con. But this time I've had a chance to walk around, and it's been lovely. Yeah, I got to meet a few people, and it's great.
So when you end up at the table like this with Garth Ennis and stuff, is it awesome for you too to meet other creators?
Absolutely,
to
yes.
Change ideas, or I presume they are a fan of your work like you are a fan of their work, because everybody does the work differently. Because
I never assume that anybody's seen my work, but oftentimes I see other people and I know their work intimately. But usually it's only at conventions that we get to meet. So, that's why I always love coming to these things.
Are there situations when you go to cons like this where you get to be the fanboy?
Oh, absolutely. I'm always nervous whenever I meet anybody.
Wonderful. So then you understand how I feel. Okay, very good.
So I'm going to ask a couple of questions. Everybody's going to ask you questions, but I'm a big Spiderman fan.
Oh.
That's because I actually put cloth over the other 100,000 toys I bought, but Spider-Man for me is like my childhood. So you've been working on Spider-Man, doing stuff like that. Is he a hero of yours too, or
Yes.
who's your hero when it comes to the comic books and the toys and stuff?
Spider-Man was my gateway drug.
It is? Oh, okay.
Yes. I grew up in the UK, so in the UK they used to reprint Spider-Man every week.
Okay.
And every week I would come home for lunch and I would go by the shops and grab a copy.
Okay.
Really?
When it came out every week on like clockwork, and then I'd just be absorbed into the comic for the whole lunchtime, and then I'd be I'd have to drag myself out back to school to get back to everything. But yeah, I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite.
So when you grow up, then you had, like you said, the new issue came out every week, like clockwork. You said
yes.
We talked with Garth Ennis. He said he had a similar story as we in Sweden had, because we didn't get the like the long runs of like we got some titles in other magazines. They put them together and called them something like Mega, and it was
basically reissues. Basically,
and he said it was the same in Ireland. They could get like 2 or 3 comic books, and then it was like, okay, you didn't get 5, 6, 7, and 8. You got 10 and 12. But so you got to really experience the comic book run then.
Yeah, because in the UK it was they were just reprinting the American comics, but they would chop them up, so you'd only get half the story a week.
Okay.
Really?
Or be chopped up into like 3 parts, and then you know, obviously have to keep buying every issue to get the whole story.
Oh, so what the Americans got in 1 week, you got in 3 here.
Yes.
Okay. So when it comes to comic books, of course, you can read your bio, how long you've been working and stuff like that. And you said like Spiderman was your gateway in. But when you got like the call or the email or the phone call that you are gonna work on Spiderman, how did that make you feel? Because for me, you're here to me just sitting here because you have been working on something that enriched my life, and it enriches my 2 small boys. I have a 4 and a 6-year-old, and Spider-Man for them is like everything. It doesn't really matter if it's like the Spidey and Friends on Netflix or if it's like the animated series from '94. They are just Spider-Man is the shit. Like, so how was it for you to get that call?
For me, I mean, it took a few years before I got the opportunity to work on the character. So by then it was just kind of like, oh, it's cool. It's another cool project I get to try my hand at. But when I started working on it, you know, obviously all the pressure from what's come before comes crashing down on top of you. But I used it as an opportunity to really kind of stretch myself and play with the characters that I'd been reading about since I was a kid. So, you know, getting to draw Dr. Octopus fighting Spider-Man, that was, you know, that's just the best.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys in. I'm sorry, I'm just I really love Spider-Man.
But so Spider-Man wasn't of course the first thing. How did you make the transition into comics? Was that always the goal, or how did you get into the business?
That was pretty much my goal, and from a young age, I knew from maybe when I was like 9 or 10 that this was what I wanted to do. So from that age, I started reading about how to get into the business, what was involved, and what they needed to see, and I just went about just, you know, producing a sample pages, and somehow I got it in front of the right people, and, you know, as luck would have it, they wanted to hire me, and
the
from
rest
there,
is history.
I just hung in there for as long as I could, and so far so good.
Oh yeah, so a lot of hard work then, I suppose.
A lot of hard work.
Exactly.
Yes.
We've heard that from. We've been doing this for a while now and been interviewing a lot of different comic book artists, and usually what we get through it is that you have to be really, really persistent. It's very odd, or it's very rare that you just do one issue and someone sees it and then you're on the top of the world, apparently, because. And I've heard that a lot of artists hate the word talent. Like, rather, I've been persistent. I've been learning. And when you started out. Did you draw as a child as well?
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Did?
Yeah.
And did you have the comic books in mind when you drew them as well?
Yes. I mean, my goal as a kid was to work on X-Men. I mean, that was the top book when I was a kid. So, you know, I figured that would be where I want to be.
Exactly.
And then when it happened, I mean, I was thrilled. I really was.
Right. It came full circle. Fulfilled.
Yeah.
And
sorry, yes, short. What was the first X-Men issue you got to work on?
It was it was an X title.
Okay.
So it was. I got a book called Maverick, which was like a spin-off character from the X-Men, and then from there I got moved on to X-Force.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so, you know, for me that was like, if it had an X in front of the title, that was it for me.
As long as there's an X there, I can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I got to play around a little bit with the Uncanny book, and that was it. I mean, that checked the box for me.
Yeah. So what's your favorite character in X-Men?
Huge question.
Yeah, I know, but
I do like Cyclops.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's just like it's so big of a universe, but you always have somebody in mind. Like that's my favorite, and it depends if it's like if you want gonna draw it or if it's just okay. That's my hero. So it depends. But Cyclops is a good answer. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I come from I've been reading it a long time. So when I started reading it was just the basic 5 characters. You know, the first core 5.
Yeah.
So he was the leader of the team, and that's where I started.
Yeah.
Again, it was with reprints. So it wasn't,
of course.
Oh yeah, excellent. Absolutely. So working on X-Men and getting into this sort of thing, you've been working on a lot of really big projects, really big things. I started reading Illuminati not too long ago, and I really fell deep into it, and I love the style about it. How does it feel to write a story that is supposed to be kept in the shadows, so to speak, as opposed to the other teams? Do you approach a project like that differently than you would a more straightforward, action-oriented comic?
Honestly, the Illuminati, that book was just, for me, it was just another cool project that came along. I didn't really think too much about it because I didn't really know what the overall arc was going to be for the for the characters and how they were involved in everything. So for me, I just took it on an issue by issue basis because I had no idea where it was going either.
Okay, really?
Mm-hmm. No idea.
How? That is very surprising. How? So the artist, you have not been told about what's supposed to happen.
I wasn't briefed, honestly. No. If I was, I don't recall. I just remembered getting each script, and I was like, "Oh, this is completely different from the last one." So
Oh,
I was
really?
like,
Okay, interesting.
Did it give you like a spur of the moment energy to it then, maybe? Or
no. Honestly, it's been so long.
just another issue, right?
No,
Yeah, of course. And going from that, because the Illuminati, that is some of the older people, the more seasoned characters in Marvel comics. Going from that and working on Young Avengers and making a comic book that is about kids having their heroes, looking up to their heroes, and taking on the roles of the heroes themselves. How is that different for you, or is it the same?
Well, for me, initially, when I was offered the book, I didn't really know what to make of it. I thought, this sounds kind of cheesy. I don't know if this is going to work. I mean, but my style is kind of like a youthful style, so I guess, I figured Marvel knows what they're doing by asking me to do the book. So I was like, okay, I'll just trust in what they had in mind and what they had planned. So, and I'm just amazed at how far it's gone for me, to be honest. Because initially I thought, it would just be another project.
Okay.
But it was my first major book back at Marvel after taking a break, doing some working for an independent company. And like I said, it's 20 years later. It's still, people still remember the characters, and for me, that's a big deal. I think because oftentimes you create something for Marvel or DC or whatever, and it doesn't hit. So it kind of fades into the background, and the fact that the characters are still thriving and even appearing in the MCU now, it's for me, it's just mind blowing.
Yeah.
I see. If you get a little bit of a dry throat, we put a water out for you if you want to. So I imagine, like, going to cons like this. Do you see people cosplaying your characters, like your iteration of the characters?
Yeah, there was somebody dressed up as Kate Bishop today.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I wonder if she comes to you and show you.
Yeah.
She did,
Really?
yeah. You shouldn't say I pushed her, but I said, you should really go and meet your maker like that. And she was like, I don't know if of course, he will be thrilled to see you.
Yep.
So I'm glad that she did. We had a conversation here before.
Oh,
so
okay.
I thought it was very good. And it's fun to see when they take on new characters like that. Because if you look at a con like this, there are different characters, but you could see like the core. Like if it's manga or something, they are a big core audience in the DC and the Marvel too that gets cosplayed. But it's fine to see, okay, here comes somebody who's taken a little wider turn and trying to get it in. So it must be nice to see.
Yeah, that's the great thing about coming to these conventions and seeing the variety of outfits, and the fact that they chose to cosplay as one of my characters is always amazing.
Yeah. Have you ever cosplayed?
Only as a comic book artist, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Still going strong.
You should see me when I'm at home. I don't dress anything like this, so this is my cosplay.
That's a Spiderman suit at home. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm sorry, I'm turning back to Spiderman, but like have you ever been asked, like when they do movies and stuff, like to do something for them like
Consultation, maybe.
that? Or a poster or something?
The only time I did anything like a poster was for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
So we did an exclusive poster one year for the TV show. And but I think that was about the only thing I got involved in, to be honest.
So what do you think about like the TV movie place where Marvel is now? What do you think?
I think it's cool that they're still trying to, push new ground and try new things to see if it works with the audience. It doesn't always work, but it's cool that they're experimenting.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm just glad that there's still an interest in what Marvel-based characters.
Yeah. And we're probably gonna see Bishop later now. I've heard rumors that she's bound to probably show up. So that's gonna be awesome.
But the audience is evolving as well. That's always been the case.
Yeah.
And I see a lot. I'm more of a, I would say, new school comic fan. I played. I got to know who you were from Magic because I'm an avid Magic fan. And I heard you didn't play yourself, as we told before. How did that happen? Where did the contacts go? Did they hit you up because you did Spider-Man? Okay, we're doing a Spider-Man set. We gotta have Jim on.
Honestly, I have no idea how they first came across my work, but I suddenly got an email one day and they were like, would you be interested in doing this? And I was like, okay. I mean, I'm always open to exploring new ground, and the fact that it was Magic the Gathering and it's got this legendary status, I was like, oh, how can I pass this up? And when they offered me like the 9-card set, I was just blown away because I'd collected trading cards as a kid, and it was very cool when you got to do try to collect the 9-card set. And the fact that I was going to produce the artwork for it was just amazing. So I went all out on it.
We talked about Simon actually had an experience today opening a pack and getting something like you were like a kid on Christmas.
I was doing black.
He was screaming.
Yeah.
No, but it's so interesting because when I was little, I grew up with the Tobey Maguire films. Like that was my Spider-Man. I didn't read comics as a child. We had some Spider-Man, some Batman, but other than that, it was just a lot of Swedish comics. And it's very interesting because it's just another way to come into this because since I don't read Spider-Man, or I didn't before this, I found out through Magic, and it's been so many times that I played Magic and I found out, I want the new cards. I don't care. I don't care about Spider-Man. Then I got the cards and I saw the art and I'm like, holy shit, wait, there's comics of this as well?
Yeah, exactly.
So I got into that, and it's also the same because I talked about, I have one of the cards you designed here together with David Reynolds. And when we play these cards at... I feel like I have to bring this up because we have in-universe Magic cards, and then we have Universes Beyond, which is other IPs coming into Magic. And now we got the Spider-Man set released. I've been playing the Spider-Man cards, and every time I play a Spider-Man card, someone picks it up, and they're like, holy shit, where's this from? Oh, that's the new Spider-Man card. Who did this? And that's now a new way in for other people to find out about the comics.
Yes, I love that.
It's...
that is a question actually I was thinking about. Do you meet more fans who were originally fans of the comics, or do you meet people who have found the other ways in through movies, through games, through Magic, through other media?
I think looking around with the convention today, I mean, you can see that there's so many different people. I think their way into this universe is through different avenues, and with movies and TV shows and cartoons, and it's gone way beyond just comic books. From when I was a kid, it was just comic books, so it's very, very niche, but now it's become so wide, so mainstream with video games and everything else. I mean, it's great. I mean, I just love the fact that everybody's getting to experience the characters and love them equally. So yeah,
we bring this up almost every time that our friend Marcus, which couldn't be here today unfortunately, he's also a really big fan. We usually talk about let's say 10,000 years in the future, when we're all dead and buried and people start digging up comic books, they're going to be the new religious scriptures, because, I mean, in some way, the superheroes that we look up to teach a lot of the same lessons as other religious figures. So I wanted to ask, since you have a hand in this, how is it being a god?
So you think people in the future are going to believe that, we were able to shoot webs out of our...
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this guy did it in this comic. It's got to be true.
Right.
If you look at it this, people believe in a guy walking on water, so we don't know. If they weren't there, they don't know.
Either way, the way people conserve their comics, really take care of them with slabbing and grading and praising their comics and artists, there is a sort of what will people think about this when they look back on it in the future, if it is preserved.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, everything's so well documented now. I don't think, there's going to be any kind of misinterpretation, I think.
No, absolutely.
It's more
cool
of a hope
idea.
for our seed.
We got to keep all the comics, but everything else is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
The aliens are going to lose their shit when they come here.
I don't think they're gonna see like Superman and think it's a documentary, but we don't know.
But what I kind of wanted to get into that question is, like, anytime you have a platform, you get a sort of power that not many people have. Like the way you're telling stories, the way you're drawing, that changes people's perception. And it, when I was a child, the comics I read was about a bear eating honey, basically drugs, and he got really strong afterwards. But that was in a way like an addition to school almost. Like, okay, you don't hit other people, be kind, buy people stuff. I mean, do you feel comfortable in the position you are, like giving people lessons and inspiring people?
I've never really thought about it that way, but now you're making me rethink my...
Please don't have an existential crisis.
Right, exactly. No, I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. I mean, for me, it's just a chance to live out my childhood dream, I think. Yeah. So I really didn't think about so much how other people might be experiencing it, so much more as just me expressing my art through the stories I'm being asked to portray.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when it comes to like coming projects, I suppose there are stuff you can't talk about because they haven't been out yet or announced yet. But if you could choose yourself, do you have any like dream project that if I could do this, I would do it, and I would do it my way? Like, I don't know what the IP would be, but if it's something that you feel that I could do this and I could do it really good.
Well, I'm hoping something that I'm going to be working on next year is going to be that project. So,
okay, nice.
It's still early in development, but hopefully, it's going to be something that we'll be talking about at a future convention.
Yeah,
glad to hear.
Yeah, I'm
looking forward to that.
It's like when I see you talk about this, I see that you mean what you say, because you light up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think that's good, because like when you've been working in this business for quite a while, you need to have those kind of steps up, because if it gets stagnant, you probably get, okay, I do my best, but it's enough. But to like raise your own bar is to get a dream project to really push yourself. And I can see it in your eyes, actually. It's like, this project is coming up, and I'm looking forward to it, just because looking at you, I say, okay, it's going to be good.
I think you often can tell when... I'm always looking to the magic card, but you can tell when the artist cares about what they're doing, instead of... because I've heard about comic book artists, doing some issues that they need to do to maybe get seen, but they're not that interested in the source material. But I would say from just the cards, for example, I have to tell you guys, obviously you know this, but there are enchantment cards in Magic, for example, that are sagas that go through the turns, and they're made like comic strips in the game, and that's such a brilliant idea, and you can tell a story just through a little card. I mean, when you have a comic book, you have lots of pages, and you have lots of space to do something. But I think it's great when we can go back to it's a trading card game, or like card games in general, that we can tell a story through the cards. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, every project I do, I try to like improve upon the last. So hopefully there's a visual progression of my abilities. I'm not prepared to just coast and do the minimum effort. I've always tried to put in as much as I can. So I try to improve on each and every project because I'm always my worst critic, I think.
Of course.
Yeah. I got a nerd question for you. Of course, all the questions is nerd based, but if we turn the questions to you, like we are nerds, we are here, everybody's nerds. Do you have something that you're nerdy about that's just not your art, but something else that nobody knows, but isn't like something you advertise? Because people can be like, oh, I do this, but I'm also king at ping pong or something. I don't know, but something. Do you have something that is your
tickles your brain maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, now you got me thinking. I mean, other than video games, but these days, most of my time is taken up with just trying to get my deadlines done because I'm being offered a lot of exciting projects and it's very hard to turn them down. So they just start stacking up a little bit. Right. But it's always exciting when somebody new reaches out and as an opportunity to increase my audience.
Yeah. Do you have any dream collaborations? Somebody that if I got to do that would be dream come true?
I mean, right now there should be one coming out okay soon. So
I see the twinkle in their eye.
There is a dream project coming.
Yeah.
We're going to keep our eyes open. I see that it's time to wrap up, but we have two questions.
Sure.
And one question is what we're going to do after this. Is it okay if we take a picture with you?
Absolutely, let's do it.
To have for us?
We can do that.
And of course, I asked a little bit if you have something coming. So I can't really ask that again because you can't say anything, right?
Is there anything you'd like to promote that you've been working on or recently released?
Well, other than the Spiderman cuts, I mean, that's been a really major thing, I think, for me. And because there's been a lot of people coming up to me that don't read comics, that have been bringing the cards to me, saying that, this is their first time experiencing my work. So, I've been loving that. Yeah, so
I'm gonna come over afterwards and get mine doodled on as well. So
but big thank you.
A huge honor to have you here.
It's my pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, next time you have a seat at the table. Yeah. Always. So a big thanks to you for being here. Thanks, boys, for doing this, and for all of you listening everywhere in Sweden or wherever you are. We are at the Comic-Con Winter 2025. So. Keep on listening. More international stars are falling in the podcast.
We've had the greatest one here, so we don't have to...
Så för alla er där ute, sköt om er så gott. Vi hörs och syns snart.
Roll the outro.
Yeah, roll the outro.
Once again, I am terribly sorry for saying it wrong.
No, what? What did you say wrong?
I said Fernando.
I thought this
I feel so embarrassed because I know he was here.
It's quite alright.
No, that's really awkward.
I thought that was a good gag.
I'm going to do that with every other guest.
Shit.
Well, here we are with Garth Ennis.